Donald Trump's beloved Truth Social might be in even more trouble than we had previously thought, which of course is a little bit shocking considering the fact that we've had nothing but bad news come out about Truth Social for pretty much ever. But the latest reporting out there says that investors into the SPAC, right? The Special PBA acquisition, whatever, I forget what the SPAC stands for, but it's a SPAC. So investors in the SPAC are getting antsy, and they're getting angry, and they're getting anxious, and they are now threatening to pull their money out of Digital World Acquisition, the company that put the SPAC together. They're threatening to take their money and leave. Some of these investors that are currently threatening to leave, according to a report from Politico, some of them are saying, look, if we're going to stay in, we want a bigger piece of the pie, right? We don't want whatever percentage they were going to get of the profits. We want even bigger percent. And part of that comes along with the reason why other investors just want to leave without renegotiating is because the risk involved in putting $1 billion, which is how much these people were going to put in, $1 billion into acquiring Donald Trump's Trump Media and Technology Corporation, the risk at this point outweighs the benefit. So they say, look, if we're going to take this massive risk on this thing that currently isn't even set up to be able to make money, then we got to get a big piece of this pie. And then, of course, the other investors say the risk isn't worth it at all. Like, there's no way this thing's going to pay out for me. I want out. And Digital World, of course, is facing a little blowback. They wanted another year in order to make the deal. Investors didn't want to give that to them, so they're scrambling, trying to figure out what they have to do, what they can legally do, but they can't legally do much because they're currently under a criminal investigation from the Securities and Exchange Commission. So there's a lot of trouble, there's a lot of problems, and of course, it's not just the problems, the potential legal problems with Digital World and Trump Media and Technology. It's also other random factors, right? Last week, Elon Musk finally comes out and says, okay, screw it. I'm going to buy Twitter for $44 billion. I don't care about the bots. I just want Twitter so bad. When that happened, Digital World stock plummeted. Because if Elon Musk, a right-winger, takes over Twitter, what need do they have for Truth Social? So they took a massive hit on that. There's also, of course, the other reports that nobody's signing up for it, that traffic is virtually dead, which, of course, is why Truth Social recently had to go in and hide the number of likes and replies and followers that you're allowed to see, so that maybe they got to be cooking the numbers behind the scenes, but you can't see because you're only allowed to see the first 10 people who like, retruth, or follow somebody. It's very sneaky, it's very deceptive, but that's what they've resorted to. Then, of course, we had the recent reports telling us that the photographs, actually, that the Truth Social offices down in South Florida are totally empty. Even the little entry keypad has been ripped off the wall. Nobody's there. And then, of course, the big one and probably the most important one, the fact that Truth Social, which again is not set up to even be able to make money right now. Like, it does not have a revenue stream at all. It doesn't even have the mechanisms in place for it. And the reports from, the investors say that Truth Social has about enough cash on hand to maybe make it to April of next spring. So if this deal has not concluded by April, at which point the company does not have any money left on hand, and again, no revenue stream and no revenue stream in sight, then a couple options. One, either Trump personally foots the bill because he's the only one involved in it. That would have the money to do that. So every month he just loses money until the deal, if it ever happens. Trump's not going to do anything where he loses money. Sorry, he's not going to pay out of pocket. Second option then for Donald Trump would be go get a loan, right? Get a massive loan from the bank, use the potential deal as the collateral there. Also not going to work because, the whole New York thing where you just got exposed for possibly lying to the banks. We'll let the trial decide whether or not you did. So you're probably not going to find a bank willing to give you that kind of money. So the bank loan is out. The third option, which is the last option possible, is you shut it down. You turn tail and you run away from it, which of course at that point would probably effectively kill the deal. And since those are our only options at this point, what we're looking at here is if these investors do get their way and they pull out, Truth Social's dead. It could be a long, slow, painful death, but I think there's no way around it. Truth Social is dead. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.